Guys, I'm asking you to consider homage.com for all of your apparel needs. If you like these cool NBA Jam t-shirts like the one I'm wearing right here for the Philadelphia 76ers, there is a bevy of options at homage.com. And the great news about homage.com is I am an affiliate sponsor. The Cajun Cardboard channel is an affiliate sponsor of homage.com. And if you go into my YouTube description in the top right, you can click a link that'll direct you to homage.com, and then every purchase you make on the site supports the Cajun Cardboard channel. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with mail day number 104. Yes, I've got 104 mail days in my mail day playlist on this Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. That's a lot of content if y'all want to go look at cards arrive in the PWCC vault in Tigard, Oregon. Today I've got 10 cards, not all Jordan. In fact, there's a lot of soccer in here. There are 5 Jordans and a bunch of soccer, but we won't waste any time. Let's get cranking. You guys know how I do it. Let's view the slideshow. This is a shareable link I've created with my PWCC vault account, so these cards are safe and sound in my vault. The first card is a card we just recently talked about on the MJ Hierarchy Project with the great Josh Dawson at Northeast Sports Cards. It's this 1997 Ultra Big Shots card number 10. I have got it pulled up in my vault because I have an 8-10 pairing complete. So I've got the 8. I just picked up this 10 right here. I have got it. I don't remember where I bought this card. Is that strange? I don't think any of these are mine. But this is just giving you an idea of what the PSA 10's worth. Obviously, it's jumped a little bit because we knew it would in August. The PSA 10s are running, and so you're looking at 372, 316, 366, 476, 330, back to 500. So 500, first time it's hit 500 in quite a bit here. The most this card's ever sold for is, holy shit, 1,324. Somebody clicked on eBay at an auction right smack dab in the peak of that crazy first quarter 2021 bubble. As you can see, the 4 highest prices, 5, 6, 7 highest prices ever paid for this card were all in the year 2021. This $500 sale that I'm showing on August 28th, 2023, somebody picked it up from the vault as a best offer. That's the highest price anybody's paid for this card since the year 2021. So interesting result there, but that tends to indicate to me that that one's running along with all the other ones. These are very, very low value cards. In PSA 8, for instance, let's pull it up. A PSA 8 sells for, that's the highest ever, recently 30, 40, 44, 2250, 2150, 2940. So you get the drift, the disparity between from 40 to 500, that's a lot. What is that? 5, 10, 12x, something like that. Yep. So 12.5x, big number there. That's card number 1 on the list. I love the card. The back's cool looking too. Everything about this card's cool. I didn't really notice, but you got to really zoom in to see Big Shots printed right here in foil just inside the red rim. And then he's got this red aura around him, which you don't really notice at first glance, but if you take a closer look, you'll see he's got that glow like we talked about in The Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy. Anyway, that was card number 1 on the list. Let's get cranking to card number 2. And this is where we start our soccer stuff, which I'll do real quickly because I know most of you guys watch my channel for the basketball. These were some stickers that I picked up at a Walmart. They had a restock, and they had all of these 2022 FIFA World Cup Qatar stickers. I just watched a 60 Minutes feature on it and how people all over the world were collecting them. And I thought to myself, these things are damn cheap. It's going to take me hours and hours to rip all these stupid little sticker packs. It's going to be tons of fun. And as you guys know, I do dabble in collecting soccer cards, certain players. And so this is one of 2 Messis that came back gem. I did a PSA reveal video, so you guys will either have already seen it or you're about to see it on the channel. But the strange thing is, if you can look at this this PSA slab, you'll see the slab area not being used because the sticker is tiny, right? This area right here, this neutral area, it's opaque. It's not translucent. It's not perfectly clear. It's opaque. I got another PSA 10 where it was clear, so it didn't make any sense why they would use a different slab dab for the same exact sticker. It didn't make any sense to me, but this is a nice little PSA 10. I think it's a pop 51 for now. Obviously, that pop's going to grow immeasurably. We know these stickers are not rare at all, but the fact that it's PSA 10 kind of helps a little bit on the population. I decided to go ahead and run this up the flagpole, and I'm glad I did because they won the World Cup, so that's why I did it, and it came back a PSA 10. The pop on that's significantly lower. It's only a pop 13. So that is the Argentina team picture, and then this is the Argentina logo, which is a pop 8 only, and it came back a 10, which was great. So I got the Argentina team picture, I got the best player on Argentina, and I got the Argentina logo, all in PSA 10s. I got a 10 Ronaldo, which is nice for Portugal. And then I've got a Jude Bellingham came back a PSA 10. What I did was anything that came back a 10, if I had duplicates, I would keep one and sell the rest. So I did have duplicates on the Ronaldo and the Messi, if I recall. So I'll be selling those. The Jude Bellingham was a one and done. I only had one of these that I was going to send in. I sent it in. It got a 10. He's obviously a really hot up-and-coming striker from England. Midfielder. He's from England. He's just an absolute monster. Back to basketball. Okay, so these were the last two cards that I picked up walking out of the National at the Rosemont. I've had them here at my office because I didn't send them with the other stuff. It's a product and it's a card. These I'm not super fond of. I don't like retro cards, and so I don't like cards that look like retro cards. This one doesn't have subs on the front. It's an old label, so the subs are on the back, but it does have subs. But it's the 9.5, and this is the true base from 1998 Fleer Vintage 61, card number 23. And then, of course, right behind it, I've got card number 142, the other base or subset card, I guess you would call it, the perfect 10 with Jordan shooting a jumper on that one. And, of course, they are meant to emulate, replicate, and resemble the 1961 Fleer cards. That's why it's called Vintage 61. Of course, we know if you've watched the MJ Hierarchy Project, and you probably knew before, that there are very, very, very big parallels in here. The classic 61s, which are serial numbered to 61. And anytime you get a Jordan card from the 90s that's made by Fleer and it's serial numbered, those cards are going to go for humongous numbers. And so these are just the base versions of those. Here is something interesting. This is a Pop 26 card in PSA 10. It's the 1998 Stadium Club Compromise, the card that we've looked at Tier 4 on the Michael Jordan Hierarchy Project and talk about in some detail. There's 2 years of Never Compromise. This is the 1998 Never Compromise. Here is what I've got in my PWCC vault. List. I've got 2 10s and an 8, and you're like, Cajun, why do you have 2 10s? And it's real simple. I was too dumb to remember or too lazy to look, and I just did a trade with the great David Owens, Riverfront Collectibles, to pull in a PSA 10 Never Compromise because I didn't think I had it, and I have it, and so now I've got a duplicate. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll have to figure out what to do. I put a pretty high trade value on that card, to be quite honest with you, because I didn't think I had it, and all I had to do was go back and look in my vault, and I would have noticed that I already had the PSA 10. But you can't complain whenever you pick up another PSA 10, especially when there's only 26 of them out there lurking in the shadows. And then the last card we're going to look at today is a pretty big card. So this is the 1997 Bowman's Best Michael Jordan Atomic Refractor. And the funny thing is, I did a trade for this card. This was a vault transfer with David Owens, again, Riverfront Collectibles. So this was part of a much bigger trade. I sent some very high-end Shaq inserts, some very low pop PSA 10 high-end Shaq inserts to him, and he sent me back 2 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractors, this number 60 version, which has been curated and uploaded because it was an instant PWCC vault transfer. The Never Compromise, same thing, instant vault transfer. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, whenever you've got cards in a vault for each of the parties to a transaction, they can transfer it into the other person's vault and it comes up instantly. It's immediate. Like right when we did the deal, I sent him my code key for my vault. He plugged it in, boom, ownership transfer, instant, immediate. So that was really cool. But this is the 97 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor number 60. I also traded for that rainbow one that you guys have probably seen before, number 96. This Atomic Refractor, we assigned a trade value of $6,000. it's real hard to get the quality, and you guys know this, in a 2D image. You can only do so much. You can't make an atomic refractor look atomic, but trust me, it is. I do have the PSA 8 refractor. I have the BGS 9.5 quad. I think that's a quad gem, mixed gem with the NBA sticker on there. Beckett label looks a little bit loose. And then, of course, you know, I picked up this one, which we're showing right now, which is a Pop 17. So going back, there it is right there. We put a $6,000 trade value on it, and let me show you why. We traded both of them at $6,000, and here's why. We did the deal the day after this. So today is the 30th. That's when I'm recording this. We got this deal done, I think, on the 25th, maybe the 26th. Well, on the 24th in the PWCC Premier Auction, this card sold, the exact same card, the exact same grade, for $6,900. The sale before that was just in March. That's not that long ago, 5 months ago. And there was pretty consistent sales of $48.5 and $45.60. I know Jordan 10s have run. I know especially atomic refractors are very rare. I am educating myself more and more on these atomic refractors. There's only, I think, 8 of them for Jordan. I might be wrong. It could be more than that. I'm probably shouldn't even guess, but I think there's about 8 different atomic refractors during Jordan Bulls playing day years. And so they're very low pop. And as I mentioned, this one is a pop, what did we say? 17. So to pick it up in a PSA 10, I was fine to pay a little premium. I paid $9,000 less than the last sale is the way I look at it from 2 days prior. So it was a good deal for David because he netted 9. It was a good deal for me. I mean, he netted 6,000 growth. You know, his net was 6,000. I paid 6,000, a little bit less than the last comp. So it was a nice win-win deal there. And again, that's it for my my Bowman card number 60 family. The next mail day, you'll see he had to mail the other Bowman atomic refractor, Bowman's best atomic refractor number 96. That one is being curated right now by PWCC. But that's the difference between an instant vault transfer. If you've got a free PWCC vault, by the way, to set up a PWCC vault is free. If you ever ship cards into your vault or ship them to PWCC to be sold, please consider using the promo code Cajun, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, all caps. All of this information and the ways that you can support the channel is in my YouTube description. If you guys just want to click in there and read it, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you go to the About section and then go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see the links on how you can support the Cajun Cardboard channel, including a simple PayPal link, which many people have opted to go that route because it's real easy to do, and it's a great sign of appreciation that you guys like what I'm doing. Some pretty consistent, pretty steady, pretty on-point content in the basketball card world and soccer. You get some bonus soccer stuff today. So that's it, guys. A PSA 10 Big Shots Jordan, a bunch of soccer stickers that I ripped myself, and then we've got the matching BGS 9.5 1998 Fleer Vintage 61s, and we got the Never Compromise where I, bought an extra PSA 10, but it's not the end of the world, and then I've got the 97 Atomic Refractor PSA 10, which is definitely the big boy card of the bunch, about a $6,000 card, which I was happy to put into my collection, and it's going to look great when I put it right next to the 97 Bowman's Best number 96 Atomic Refractor, which is also a great card as well. So that's it, guys. Again, mail day number 104 is in the books. Thank you guys for watching. As always, keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby. I hope you're having a great weekend, and peace.